Hi folks, Dave Waring here again with FitSmallBusiness.com and today's lesson of the day. In our last video, we continued our series on how to start a successful business with a straightforward and easy to follow guide on putting together your business plan. In today's video, we're going to continue that series with a look at how to fund your new business. So let's get started. This is a two-part video, part one of which will cover using your savings and raising money from friends and family. In part two of this video, we will cover using credit cards, raising money from peer-to-peer sites, and raising money from angel investors and venture capitalists. What are you willing to risk to start your own business? Before you start your new business venture, you and your family should discuss how much of your family's net worth you're willing to put at stake. You may also want to include your accountant or financial advisor in the discussion. Once the business starts, there will always be a psychological temptation to put more money in. Establishing a limit up front will help provide discipline and let you know when it's time to shut an unsuccessful business down. With this in mind, you may have more financial resources that you can put into your business than you realize. If you're a homeowner with more than 15% equity, you can potentially borrow against the value of your home. Generally speaking, banks will allow existing homeowners to borrow an aggregate between 70 and 85% of the value of their home, including the mortgage. If your home is worth $300,000 and your mortgage is $200,000, banks are likely to provide you between $10,000 and $55,000 via a home equity loan or home equity line of credit. You can think of a home equity loan as basically a second mortgage, while a home equity line of credit operates like a credit card and uses your home as collateral. The main benefit of a home equity loan or home equity line of credit is that they can provide you with capital at much lower interest rates than credit cards or other ways of financing. The downside is that you're potentially creating more risk of losing your home. If you're borrowing against your home, bankruptcy protections that some states provide against losing your home don't apply to the home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Using your retirement accounts as a source of funds. With the right professional help, you can tap into your retirement accounts for starting a new business without incurring any early withdrawal penalties or disbursement taxes. Essentially, you are buying stock in your company with funds from your 401k and holding that stock inside your 401k account. If your company is successful and starts making payments to shareholders, your 401k would receive a portion of those funds based on its ownership percentage. You could also pay yourself a salary, which would not go into the 401k. Most retirement plans are not designed to facilitate this type of transaction. The two types of retirement plans that do facilitate these transactions are known as a business owner's retirement savings account and rollovers as business startups. It's important to note that to make use of these plans, your company must be set up as a C corporation. Barbara Taylor of Synergy Business Services provides some resources on getting started with these two types of accounts in the resources link which I've included below this video. Raising money from friends and family. Your friends and family want you to succeed and follow your dreams of running your own business. They are primarily investing in you rather than the business and may not have realistic expectations about your chances of success. Unless your friends and family are sophisticated investors, taking money as a loan might be cleaner than selling them a share of the business for two reasons. Even small equity owners often believe they have the right to have a major say in the strategy and operations of the business. You may not want to be constantly getting business advice from your uncle. The founders of a new business tend to place unrealistic valuations on the business. To avoid giving friends and family a bad deal, a loan that pays a good interest rate might be the fairest approach. Here are 3 good tips to keep in mind when taking a loan from friends and family. Put the terms of the loan in writing. You can find a great free loan agreement from Rocket Lawyer in the resources link below this video. When you go through the agreement with potential lenders, you have the opportunity to prevent future misunderstandings, like will you pay back the loan if the business fails. Have a third party handle payments and notices. ZimpleMoney.com is a great service which will remind you to pay borrowers, calculate interest rate payments, disperse payments to borrowers, and keep track of how much is owed. This is particularly useful if you're borrowing from multiple people, as you only need to make one payment to Zimple Money. Interest-free loans are not a good idea. If you don't charge a minimum interest rate, called an AFR rate, the IRS may consider the interest that the business should have paid to the lender as taxable revenue to the business. Furthermore, if the business is not successful and lenders don't get paid, it will be easier for lenders to record it as an investment loss for tax purposes if they were receiving a reasonable interest rate and had the loan properly documented. Otherwise, the IRS might consider the money as a gift rather than a loan. Joe Kristen has current AFR rates on his blog, which I've included in the resources link below this video. That's our video for today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Also be sure to watch part 2 of this video, where we will cover how to raise money for your business using credit cards, P2P loans, and angel and venture capitalists. To learn how to be a more successful entrepreneur, be sure to visit us at fitsmallbusiness.com today. Thanks for watching.